It's week 4 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge, and I am unstoppable. Welcome back to my channel. I am unstoppable. I am Dr. Tom Wallen, and it's week 4 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge. Now, in this week's episode, I've actually broken it into 2 parts. On part 1, which you're watching now, we're going to do a review of my week, of week 4, and we're going to break down some of the triumphs and unfortunately a few setbacks that I've hit throughout the week. And on the second half of that video, I'm going to go over my nutritional strategies that I'm choosing to follow for the next 16 weeks of the program. And then in the second video of this series, we're actually going to do a day of eating video. So I'm going to take you into my kitchen and I'm going to run you through some of our meal prep and some of the food choices that I'm making and the exact meals that I'm eating throughout the course of a day. So over the course of the last 7 days of week 4, things have been going very well. I changed up a little bit of my workout strategies for the last few weeks. I've been doing 3 days of hypertrophy work in the gym and doing DDP yoga every single day. I've shortened up my workouts, but I've increased the intensity in the gym. So I'm now actually doing 4 days of a little bit of a shorter workout, still doing every single day at home, doing a DDP yoga workout. Performing those in the morning, and I'm working out in the gym at night. Now, I did hit a little bit of a setback in the beginning of this week. I do my body measurements every Tuesday, and my measurements came out great. I'm down another pound of what I assume is mostly body fat. All of my measurements are working out tremendously, so I've noticed my waist is continuing to get smaller. Chest is staying around the same size or getting larger. Arms are actually getting a little larger. My quads are getting a little larger. So for the look that I'm looking for the physique, everything is going to plan. Then the setback. So my mind started to play the best of me. So I wrote down all my measurements. I was ready to proceed with the week, and I thought, well, what could I be doing better? How can I make this process more efficient? How can I ensure that next week I'm going to achieve the same that I did? And instead of trusting the plan, I started to overanalyze, and I started to getting almost obsessive about it, saying, how can I optimize this next week? And this was affecting me. It was affecting my day. It was affecting my workouts. It was affecting the way that I was looking at my food. So I sat down with my girlfriend, Heather, who, by the way, is awesome. She's pretty unstoppable herself, but we kind of worked it out, and she just let me know, if it's working, why mess around with something that's working? And I completely agree with that. So I had to develop a new mantra for this week. So my new mantra that I keep telling myself, and I've actually written this down a few places in my house, and it's just trust the plan, execute the plan. So my job is every single day, I have all my meals laid out, and you're going to see all that in my meal prep video. I just have to execute the plan and eat the meals. Every day, all my workouts are already pre-planned with my trainer. I just have to get in the gym and execute the plan. All the workouts are on the DDP Yoga app. I just have to wake up every morning, open the app, follow the workout, execute the plan. So I expect nothing but continued success over the next few weeks if I just follow and just execute the plan. So now that the setbacks are out of the way, what I wanted to really talk about on this video, and the true meat and potatoes of this video, no pun intended, are my nutritional strategies that I'm utilizing over the 16 weeks to ensure that I'm losing a maximum amount of fat while maintaining as much lean body mass as possible. So I'm doing more of a macro-based approach, more of a caloric counting approach. I'm not following a DDP yoga approved diet, and I think for some people that's really helpful. And I think the strategy for most people is eliminating as much dairy as possible and eating whole foods and kind of eliminating gluten. I think those are all great things, but my goal of this program is actually more physique based. I'm trying to build the physique that I've always wanted, and through my training in the gym and these nutritional strategies, this is more set towards that. So it's more of a macro-based program where I'm ensuring that I'm consuming enough protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats along with an adequate amount of fiber in order to meet my dietary needs for the day to ensure that I'm actually losing fat and not losing muscle mass. Now, before I reveal to you my exact nutritional strategy over these next 16 weeks, I want you to leave a comment in the comment box below to tell me what you have been doing to ensure your success on the program. So this nutritional strategy has a two-prong approach. And for the purpose of the video, what I'm going to have two separate days. I'm going to have what I'm going to be calling a training day, which are days that I'm going to be working out in the gym and doing DDP yoga in the morning. And then I also have non-training days, which I'm just going to be performing DDP yoga. So let's start with my non-training days. So on these non-training days, my caloric needs are going to be slightly different than on my training days. Non-training days, I'm going to be focusing my workouts mostly on level 1 certification. So I'm either going to be teaching that class, or I'm actually going to be practicing that workout. My macros on those days are going to be a little bit different than my training days. I'm not going to be consuming any direct forms of carbohydrates. My only carbohydrate sources are going to be coming from fruits and vegetables. So my macros on those days is 250 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbohydrates, and 95 grams of fat. Now, that's going to be a little bit different than on my training days. On my training days, my caloric need is going to be a little bit higher because I'm having a little bit more of a caloric output and I'm working a little harder. So on those days, I'm using carbohydrates to fuel those workouts in the gym. So on those days, I'm consuming 240 grams of protein, 210 grams of carbohydrates, and 95 grams of fat. So the goal of this strategy is simple. It's to just simply create a caloric deficit. I don't want to feel like I'm restricting myself from any sort of food group, so I'm eating the foods that I like, but they're mostly whole, unprocessed foods. The only processed foods that I eat, and this is kind of debatable whether it's processed or not, is whey protein powder and casein protein powder, and processed peanut butter. Still natural peanut butter, but it does have a process to it. So on training days and non-training days, I'm eating similar foods. It's just the portions are different. So this part of the nutritional strategy is where it may get a little bit boring for certain people. But I'm looking at this as I'm participating in a contest and I have a very specific goal that I need to achieve. And the way that I must do this is by eating this way. And this is easy for me. It makes sense. It's the diet that I'll stay on. So every single bit of food that I consume throughout the day is pre-portioned, and it's pre-weighed, and it's all ready to go. I don't leave anything to chance. So I have a baseline diet that I follow from day to day. I meal prep twice a week, and I pre-portion all the foods, and the only thing I eat are these prepackaged foods. I don't have any snacks throughout the day. I don't leave any sort of room for variation, because we all know how it is that if that food isn't already pre-portioned and I came home on a day and I had a bad, stressful day, or it's been really, really busy, it's very easy to stop on the way home for some fast food, or just reach in your fridge and grab anything that you can grab and overconsume that. And leaving snacks in the house also is danger as well. So I don't have any sort of system like that. Everything that I eat is pre-portioned. For me, it's the easiest way to do it. I grab my meal prep container, I put it in the microwave, I eat it. I eat the foods that I like. I make sure that there's nothing on the diet that I don't enjoy consuming. I try to make it taste as great as it can. There is restriction, but I don't feel restricted. And that's the key to the victory here, is not feeling like you're restricting yourself. So that covers my week and my nutritional strategy. In the second part of this video, I'm actually going to take you into the kitchen and I'm going to show you my meal prep. And I'm also going to show you my meal choices and some of the food choices that I make. Now remember, this only works for me. If you're looking for a baseline diet, leave a comment in the comment box below. I would love to help you in any sort of way that you need. I would love to share some of my knowledge with meal prep, which I'm very good at. I'm very good at counting macros and things like that. But if you have any sort of questions, I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I.AM Unstoppable. And remember, beat me if you can. Outwork me if I let you.